Okay, welcome everyone to this week's video. Thanks for tuning in, to those that are returning, following along in the journey, and to those that are new here, hello, welcome. My name is Stefan. I am an artist in training, and for this week's video I thought to talk about and to share a little bit of the findings, some of the ideas and thoughts that I've been working through, being that sometimes you have to go through a few different iterations, repetitions to get to where you're intending to get to, to visualize where you'd like a painting or where you like an illustration. So it's not all often, at least what I'm finding, you get it in the first shot. That's a rarity for me. Sometimes as well it can happen, but for the most part, as you're seeing, and you're gonna see in this video, it takes a few iterations to really, first put down, ideas, what you think the illustration or your vision for this piece will go, but you'll have to continue to refine and continue to edit. In most cases, as you can see here, and this is just one of the steps. I had a few different sketches and ideas in the sketchbook just to help me visualize it. This, beginning name piece for Zapdos that I did a little while ago didn't turn out well at all. It was almost a thumbnail or just something to help me visualize where I think the name piece should go. And so then we took it to a few layers of trace. It's getting more refined. I'm adding, more detail. The lines are a little bit crisper. So it was a process. And then for the one that I really felt like everything came together, and I had another pre kind of piece that maybe I can show or add into the write-up in the newsletter for this series of iteration and following design process to get to where you want to go. So this was the final. It turned out much better, but again I had to go through the repetitions, get that first initial test painting down, see where things can be refined, edited, add some things that I discovered in the pre-painting phase, and go from there. So this is where we are today. It's a pseudo name piece for the Greninja study our Greninja exploration we've been going over. A few things didn't go as planned. Again, I'm back on this paper. I probably should practice and really try and understand this paper because it's giving me a lot of trouble. You see with the warpage, and things did not go well on this paper, so it was a good test run, especially for this name piece. And now we're still refining the iteration. Love it much better. I did a sketch layer to just help me hone in on where I would like to go for this pseudo name piece for Greninja, and I'll show you guys just how they somewhat look together. It still needs, both pieces need a little bit more detail, but again, I like where we're at, given the frustrations and the headache working on this type of paper. I think it might be the last, well, we'll see. But in the future, if I get this Hanamulo paper, I will do more tests and smaller studies before I attempt something like this again. And that's probably a good note anyway for any paper you decide to go with. So we'll leave the video at that. The iteration process, getting your initial idea down, then continuing to refine it, edit it, and work through all the design questions that you have. Okay, we'll see you guys in the next one. And if you like should have a write-up for this process. Everything that I've learned, things that I like, didn't like, the inspiration for this side of the series versus this side. We'll try and have a write-up in the newsletter that will be linked below, as I'm finding that that's another way to document the work, share it with those that would like to read it, and just to continue to iterate. All right, we'll see you all in the next one.